Well, news just coming in, we understand there has been a blast inside the Afghanistan Parliament in Kabul. We are also getting information right now that everyone, all the parliamentarians who were inside are being evacuated. Now, these are initial reports, but what we are getting to hear is that there were a series of blasts inside the parliament over there. Everyone who's inside is now being evacuated. We don't know who's behind this, but right now we understand there has been a blast, a series rather of blasts in Kabul outside the Afghanistani Parliament. Vivek Narayan is on the phone line with more details on this. Yes, Vivek, take us through what we are picking up.
Nupur, the blasts were not, of course, inside the Parliament House. What we are hearing is the blasts were outside the Parliament when the lawmakers were inside. The session was on. Television networks were broadcasting live pictures of the Parliament session when the incident happened. A loud explosion followed by gunfire. A volley of gunfire has been heard as eyewitnesses are telling various news agencies and Afghan television networks. This happened on today. This is the day of when the Parliament House was in session. And we could actually see pictures of parliamentarians leaving the house. As you see in these pictures, of course, you see vehicles which are on fire. This is right outside the Parliament building. So from what it seems, yes.
I'm going to interrupt you there. On the phone line with me is Hamid. Hamid, take us through what really happened. We understand there were 3 consecutive blasts and they took place outside the Parliament.
Yeah, so the information that we have got from the scene of the fighting, so this morning when the National Assembly starts at a regular session to discuss some important issue of the country, a huge explosion occurred at the main entrance of the Parliament building. After that, a gunfire started between the security forces and the number of attackers, which is not known yet. But it said that the attackers have taken position and some half-constructed buildings in front of the Afghan Parliament building, and they have captured the passport department also, and severe fighting is still going on there. So this is the latest information so far we have, and we are trying to get more information. So the police have been sent and more reinforcement has been sent to the area, and the area is totally blocked to the people.
So what you're saying right now, Hamid, is that there were attackers who've taken up positions in nearby buildings and there is a gunfight on at the moment?
Still, yeah, we have got some telephone contact with some of the Afghan MPs, parliament members. They are in the underground, and now the security forces are trying to evacuate them out of the parliament building. So this is the latest information that we have got here, but fighting is still going on between the two sides, and the number of the attackers is not known yet.
Also, Hamid, any information on the number of parliamentarians who could perhaps be inside the Parliament House right now? Because as you said, it was in session.
Yeah, there was a regular session of the Parliament. They were discussing the recent fall of 2 districts in the Kunduz province into the hand of Taliban. But suddenly a huge explosion has occurred at the main entrance of the Parliament building. So far there is no report on the casualties, but the eyewitness said that they have seen some bodies lying on the street and on the scene of the fighting. So the exact number is still unknown, and we are trying to get the exact information that what's going on in the region.
Right. Also, any idea about the number of attackers who the police suspect to be behind this? And is this at the moment being categorized as a suicide bombing?
Yeah, actually, so mostly whenever Taliban attacks some of the government buildings, there's to set few people as a suicide bombing and just to open their ways into the building and then enter and start the gunfighting with the security forces. But still, the number of the attackers is unknown, and security forces are scouting the whole area, and so there are a lot of residential houses. So people are calling that they have trapped and fighting, and so there is no exact information about the casualties and anything else. So we are getting the information from the scene. So our own reporter is trapped into the Parliament building. So we are trying to contact her and get more information from her.
Now, also, before I let you go, Hamid, any information as to whether more reinforcements are being sent in? Because it does appear to be a well-thought-of, calibrated attack. As you said, first there were blasts outside and now there is a gunfight in the neighboring buildings.
Yeah, actually, so this morning there was a news that the second district of Kunduz province in the northeastern of Afghanistan fallen into the hand of the Taliban. So yesterday they captured the Chardara district, and today they captured the Archi district. So this was the third attack of the Taliban. So I think that this is an attempt to just to get the attention of the security forces. They have organized this attack, and so all security forces in Kabul are on the high alert, and so they have gotten the area. So now the main focus of the security forces on the parliament building. Just they are trying to secure the life of MPs, parliament members, and journalists who are trapped into the building. So a few minutes before I talked to my reporter there, she told me that security forces are trying to evacuate them out of the building.
Now, Hamid, any idea as to number of people who could perhaps be inside the Parliament House? Parliament was in session. There were legislators, lawmakers over there inside. Anything that you're hearing from inside right now? Well, we seem to have lost that audio connection with Hamid, the correspondent of Radio Azadi, but earlier he was telling us that we don't have a number as to how many parliamentarians and journalists also could perhaps be inside the Parliament House over there, but Parliament was in session. In fact, those on Afghan television, those proceedings were being broadcast live. The information that we have right now is that there were first 3 blasts outside the Afghanistan Parliament, after which the attackers actually took positions in nearby buildings and opened a gunfight. Reinforcements have been sent into the area, and the police and security forces are still trying to get a handle on the situation right now. No reports coming in as to the number of casualties over here. Also, we understand that security forces are trying very hard to make sure that all the parliamentarians and other people, other officials perhaps, that who could have been inside the Parliament House as it was in session, are being brought outside.